Hi, Brilliant.
Hey, hello.
Tell us a little more about your 9 to 5.
9 to 5? I'm more of an early bird. It's 5 to 9 for me. It starts at 5 a.m. in the morning, snooze the alarm, get some 15 minutes of sleep, and then some stretching exercises, breakfast time, and life begins. I come to office by about 8:30 in the morning, and it's an early start, helps me focus, get some work done. Then the routine, review meetings, catch up, and of course, having some fun with my team.
Beyond Diwali parties, according to you, what really drives employee engagement?
It's so cliched, and HR has become content for stand-up comedians like crazy. And I would say yes, we do Diwali parties and Rangoli, but the core for us is to make sure that every staff member gets to be seen, heard, and valued. And I think that's the biggest difference that HR brings to the table.
And building on that, what's that one thing HR does that most people never notice but really shapes the employee experience?
Good that you asked that question. I think what is invisible is the organization design, the team structure, the roles clarity that HR brings so that there is no chaos and everyone knows what they are expected to do. And I think that's the biggest value add that's always hidden but makes the biggest difference to employees and staff members.
How do you ensure Times Pro stays people first while being tech driven and future focused?
Oh, we are a digital first organization and tech AI is what we play with day in and day out. Having said that, we believe that tech cannot replace the human touch. It's critical for us to understand that it's the balance between the tech and the touch that makes the biggest impact for people. And at Times Pro, we make sure that we build that bridge to ensure there is connect and conversations with people so that they feel included, valued, and they feel this is the place they belong to.
If leadership had a soundtrack, what would your theme song be?
I'm a Bollywood person, but for this, I would say the one theme song would be The Eye of the Tiger. It's not about just running solo, but also making sure that people follow you and adhere to what you want to do so that goals are achieved and outcomes obtained.
What is the first thing you notice in a person during a conversation?
I would say curiosity. That's the first thing that gets me hooked on because if you're curious, I know for sure that you've done your homework and that shows up in everything that you do at work. And curiosity is the one skill that helps me gauge a person much before I start the interview.
And beyond that first impression, how do you gauge whether they'll be a great culture ad?
The question about culture ad is very interesting. Most of the times we look for culture fit, and I think that makes a big difference. To look at people who would be a great culture ad, you need to see, are they bringing the curiosity quotient to the table? Are they the ones who speak up? And do they have the tenacity to make sure that they achieve the goals that we set forth to? I think if you put all these together, that's a great culture ad, and we are not just building on what we already have, but we are building for the future.
Given how competitive the market is right now, what would be your insider tips for job seekers, those who are navigating an employer-driven landscape?
Insider tip. It sounds like horse trading. No. But yes, that's a very interesting tip which I would say to set yourself for success. SET. S is about storytelling, E is about empathy, and most important, T, the tech savviness that you bring to the table. So in a competitive market which is focused on making sure the best we hire at talent, we need to have storytelling, empathy, and tech savviness as the key skills that can help you stand out.
What sparked the idea of Unleash?
We have a lot of boomerang employees. Boomerang employees? Employees coming back to rejoin us after a short break. And that made us investigate what is the difference that we made. And we realized it's people, the culture, and the value that we gave to the individual that made a difference. We've been quite shy about talking about it. And that's when we realized we as an organization give people potential to tap their energies and bring the best. So we said, why not look at it as the EVP for the organization, unleash, Unleash your potential. Make sure that you are able to give 100% so that not only you grow, but also Times Pro grows along with you.
Would you say it also reflects your larger philosophy on building culture at scale in a fast growing organization like Times Pro?
The key point is fast growing organization, and fast growing organizations need people to make sure that they give 100%, and Unleash is the best way to let people unravel what they bring in, their talents, their abilities, their skills, so that they grow and help organizations like ours, which is at a stage of growing fast, to make sure that we achieve excellence in the long run. And Unleash is the best way to achieve it. So yes, Unleash encompasses the philosophy that me, the leadership team, and of course Times Pro believes in, to make sure that not just we as staff and employees help, but also the learners benefit from it.
What's one piece of advice you would give to every new manager stepping into a people leadership role?
I would be Vidya Balan and say, listen, listen, listen. Listening is the one skill that every manager who's stepping into leadership should be aware of and build as a skill. Because when you listen, you make sure that you value the person and give them the opportunity to not just be seen and heard, but also valued.
What's the larger vision you see Times Pro fulfilling in the Indian skilling and education space, and how does culture play a role in making that happen?
Providing affordable, accessible learning globally. That's the one vision that Times Pro has been focusing on. And I think as Indians, we know we've always been compared saying Sharma ji ka ladka. Now it's Verma ji ka ladka. We know that education is the biggest differentiator, and Times Pro unleashes that potential. So I would say, as a player in the higher ed tech industry, we are making a big difference in the lives of learners. And that is what makes us different than the others. Right, good.
If you could change one workplace norm to better support that vision, what would it be and why?
One is difficult, but I'll still attempt. We've always focused on giving a buddy to a new joiner. I would say we need to move with the changing times. We need to look at NBFC. I'm sure you would be wondering, what is NBFC? Need-based friend circle. Today, it's all about the need. Create opportunities for staff to reach out to people when they need it, not push programs like mentoring, buddy, or coaching because they may not need it. What is needed is opportunities for them to pick and choose when they need it the most.
And on a more day-to-day level, what's your quick fix when the energy in a team feels low?
Since childhood, I have been told laughter is the best medicine. Unlike other cliched people who would bring in esoteric programs and interventions, I would say focus on humor. Humor is the one thing that can break the stress and help people achieve amazing results. So every time the energy levels are low and you feel you're not able to do things, be sure that you bring in some element of laughter. And trust me when I say this, when you laugh, it brings a special energy that can transform the way people work.
Before we wrap up, what would you like to say to all the learners watching this?
Never stop learning. Be a lifelong learner, because we all know learning should never stop. And if you're able to be a learner for life, you would achieve amazing outcomes and unleash your true potential.